Hey. I am going to attempt to do a little Q&A, maybe a long Q&A or maybe a short Q&A. I've not had this set up for a while. I'd packed all this podcast area set up down just before Christmas. So I've just reset it up, ready to do the Menofit program and Beat the Bloat programs that I've got starting. I've got loads of videos to record tonight and tomorrow. So I thought while I was setting everything up, I would jump on live and do a Q&A, a weight loss Q&A. So if anyone jumps in, do let me know how everything sounds and looks, if the connection's okay. I may have to come out and then come back in again. So I'm going to have a little look as well, what it looks and sounds like. Anything, any comments that you have, just let me know if it sounds okay. And once I get the thumbs up from all of you, oh, Rich says it's all good. Oh, brilliant. Awesome. Okay, that's good. And connection is good. Okay, this is we'll win. Once I get the thumbs up from all of you. Oh, yeah, that sounds okay. All right, this is cool. Hello, Selena. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year to you all. Let me know in the comments. Did you have a good evening? Have you had a good day? I had a lovely blow dry. Nikki might even be on. Hey, Lucy. I had the most amazing blow dry on whatever day it was, New Year's Eve. And then today, we've been out for a walk. I don't know if it was the same weather where you were, but the heavens just opened and we just got completely drenched today. How about you? Hi, Sally. So I have got to be honest with you all. I am so inspired by a new year. I have loved flicking through my feed tonight and looking at all of the fitness things that are starting. All of the weight loss programs, classes that are starting, new year, new you. I absolutely buy into all of this. I really enjoy seeing it. And I think we do go in seasons, don't we? Of course, Christmas is a New Year's is a season of celebration. It's amazing to be with your family and your friends and eat good food and celebrate and drink. But then I also think it's really nice to rein it all back in again in January and February. And not that we're going for an all or nothing mentality, but just understanding that it's the ebbs and flows of life, isn't it? And it's nice to think, well, I've had a good Christmas. I've enjoyed all the food. I've enjoyed the drink. And now it's time to maybe just rein things back in and get my eating back on track, get my nutrition on track, maybe embark on a new nutrition program, or maybe really work on some healthy habits. So are you looking to, do a nice fresh start, new page, and just sort of get organized a bit with your health and fitness? So have you made any health and fitness goals? That's the first question. What do you want to do with your health and fitness? And if you've got any questions around weight loss and menopause, hey, everyone. Oh, lovely. Loads of people that I know jumping in. Any questions on weight loss, menopause, and beyond? Not just you could be perimenopausal, you could be menopausal, you could be postmenopausal. How are you feeling right now? Where do you want to take your health and fitness and weight loss and weight management? And where would you like to be in a year's time? Now, rather than everybody put in the comments, I want to lose a stone, I want to lose 2 stone. You know that if you've been following me a long time, it really is about the small habits, and it's been really realistic. Hi, everyone. And it's just been really realistic about your goals. But one thing to definitely do today or over the next few days is to write some goals rather than having all of these ideas in your mind. You know, you might want to get leaner, you might want to get stronger, you might want to start on a health and fitness program. Maybe you've not done anything for ages. Maybe you've had an injury or you've had surgery or you've been ill or life's just thrown you some serious curveballs in 2022 and you haven't looked after yourself as much. Maybe you've been looking after other people over the last 12 months. Yeah. And it's just, first of all, always drawing a line in the sand of what's happened previously. And then getting a big notebook. Who does not love getting some new stationery in January? Getting some new stationery and starting to write down your goals. And if we just focus on your health and fitness and your well-being goals, rather than thinking in terms of a week, 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, maybe think, well, maybe I'm going to really focus on my health and well-being for the year and then for the foreseeable future. And that's the key. And it really is it's the small incremental steps. It's things that you can do, not just for 7 days, 6 days, 14 days, but what you can continue to keep doing. And it's making those really the changes. And it's having a bit of it's getting motivated to begin with, because the first step is always being motivated and thinking, okay, this is where I am right now. And this is where I'd like to be. I would like to lose a few pounds. I would like to feel healthier. I would like to have more energy. I would like my skin to improve. I would like to improve my sleep. I'd like to manage stress a little bit better. All of those things can be managed so well with just some common sense nutritional advice. Really, it is. You all know how to do it. You all know how to do it. And coaching and accountability and joining a program is not about telling you how to do it, because you all know, eat more greens, reduce your calorie intake, increase the amount of activity that you're doing. You all know that. We all know that. But it's just having a coach or a program or something to follow that can help you with accountability, that can just give you that nudge every day. Because if we think about the definition of a habit, it's something that you almost do unconsciously. What are the things, your non-negotiables that you do every day? Now, it might be a 20-minute walk outside. It might be a class with me. It might be making sure that you are going to bed at 10 o'clock. It might be that you are cutting out snacking for the foreseeable future, and you're going to close your kitchen in the evening. It just might be that you create some simple, I would, in inverted commas, rules or a framework that you adhere to day after day after day, week after week after week, month after month. And that's really the secret of getting your health and fitness goals. It really is. It's nothing more difficult than that. But what we all need is, we need a group of people that are all doing the same thing, and someone to just guide us and give us that accountability. So Deb says it's her daughter's wedding in August. Started today. Going to train for me as well. Teach no alcohol January. Is anybody else giving up booze for January? That's an interesting one. It is dry January, isn't it? People do dry January. Let me know. Smalls. It definitely is. And I think we all come from, if you are menopausal, so you are mid-40s or beyond, you potentially may have in the past struggled with, suffered with, I'm going to turn off that, more of an all or nothing approach. You're either on it, you're invested, you've got the organic shopping, you've given up carbs, you've joined the gym, you're doing all these things. And it's almost that you've done a full 180 from what you were doing previously. You've completely changed, so many habits in one go. And most people can sustain that for a short period of time. But often, if something stressful happens, or the planets don't align, or something pops up in your life that just takes you off track a little bit, derails you, then often you completely go back the other direction, and you almost go back to what you were doing previously. And many menopausal women go from being, and I really even detest saying this language, good, which is not good, and then being bad. There's, and that's it's a hard mentality to get out of, this all or nothing mentality, because ultimately, there's no good or bad food. There's food that is going to take you closer to your goals. But like Christmas time, Christmas time is the time to be enjoying food, being with friends, family, and, enjoying the social aspect of food. And January is not where you get rid of all that food. You just choose more the food that is going to take you closer to your goals. And that's a big mindset shift. And I think it's probably one of the hardest mindset shifts for so many midlife women, because we've grown up with this diet culture of all or nothing, all or nothing. You're on it, you're off it. You're on the wagon, you're off the wagon. So that's a big shift mentally to do. And it takes a little bit of time. It's weight loss is never linear, especially for menopausal women, because, we've got fluctuating hormones, you've got water retention. If you're on any medication, that's going to potentially affect your appetite, your cravings, your weight loss. Stress, massive. Midlife women, you might be under more stress. Aging parents, kids, career, job, time management, there's all that going on as well. So it's not all or nothing. It's generally working. Okay, what can I do this week? What are the habits that I can stick to? So it might just be, and I always say very broad, simple rules to stick with to begin with. Let's just start by getting active. So what does that look like to you? So that might look like, I'm going to commit to a 15-minute walk every day this week. Great, let's do that. Second habit might be, I'm going to commit to drinking 6 glasses of water, and I'm going to cut down on caffeine. If the caffeine's been ramping up, maybe you've gone from a couple of 3 cups of coffee to 4 or 5 cups of coffee. Let's bring that back down. Let's take it to 2 cups of coffee, and let's stop drinking coffee by lunchtime. Okay, let's focus on that for a week. I promise you, if you did that, if you cut down your caffeine, if you went for a walk every day, if you drank more water, and maybe you just stuck to eating 3 meals, I guarantee in 7 days you'll have lost weight, lost bloat, and feel 100 times better. Just those very simple steps. Okay, then you've managed it for a week. Can you manage it for another week? Can you do it for 3 weeks? And it is those small changes. It's not about giving up carbohydrates. It's not about meal plans. It's really not. And once you've worked on the basics, and I would always say, look at what you can achieve. Look at the little steps that are within your power to achieve on a daily basis, and really, really reward yourself when you do those habits, when you really work on those habits and you do them every single day. Those little tiny steps really add up, and they create life-changing results. They really do. And then once you've done that for 2 or 3, 4 weeks, maybe then if you want to lose weight or you're not losing weight, then start to look at maybe your calories and look at the food that you're eating, and maybe start to make some different swaps, different choices. Maybe start to look at your calories and are you in a calorie deficit? But before you even get to calorie deficit, there's so much you can do to just, I would almost say, tidy up your health and fitness, get on the right track, that will get you amazing results really quickly. It really will. It doesn't have to be anything really drastic. It really, really doesn't. It's just making a commitment, maybe today. So Meredith said, oh, thank you, Meredith. So Deb said, I'm going to train for me as well. I think, Deb, does that mean you're an instructor as well? And I know loads of instructors are on here, and lots of instructors, follow me. But again, it's just as important, if you're an instructor and you're teaching, your activity levels through the day. What are you actually doing for yourself? And for those of you who are watching who don't do any activity at the moment for whatever reason, what can you commit to? Could you commit to 15 minutes of walking every day? Could you do some mobility? Yeah, it is. And another thing that Kerry's just said is, we break promises to ourselves so easily, don't we? We make these huge, big goals. Okay, I'm going to lose a stone in 4 weeks. I'm going to do all these things. And then when we don't, when we don't do that, we break the promise really easily. What could you commit to for the next 7 days, and just work in a 7-day increment, and then habit stack? So it might be, and I would say in order of importance, it would be activity, up the amount of activity that you're doing through the day, and do it consistently. Maybe hydration, get into drinking more water. And that's easy to do. When you get up, make one of your golden rules in the morning is have a glass of water. Before you do your activity, have a glass of water. Have a glass of water before you sit down and eat a meal. So before you know it, by the end of the day, you've then had 6 glasses of water. So great, let's stick with that. Yeah, it really is. And yoga, and I haven't done anything for myself for ages. It's so common, isn't it? We get caught up being busy. Everyone here on this feed has got time to put 15 minutes of an exercise session in. Everyone has. No matter how busy you are, you can fit 15 minutes in consistently. We just get wrapped up in being busy. And it's making it a priority. It's making your health and fitness a priority. So if it's weight loss that you really are, that's going to make a big difference to you, and you want to lose the weight, and you're struggling to lose the weight, and it's affecting you mentally, and it's affecting your confidence, okay, then make a plan. Sit down and make a plan. Okay, what can you do consistently? I'll keep coming back to that all the time. your exercise. Look at your nutrition. Now, we've got another week. Maybe you've got your children on holiday. Maybe you've got your children off still. You've probably got lots of food left over still after Christmas, etc., etc. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to throw the chocolates away today. It can just, ease yourself into this. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. So that's the first test. Let's just get back onto it slowly this week. Let's focus on getting more active. Let's drink more water. Let's just start to eat a few more vegetables this week. Let's cut down the portion sizes. You just don't have to stop. Okay, that was today and this is tomorrow. And get out of the habit of the all or nothing approach. And also, if everybody here is midlife, you've perhaps been on diets before, you've embarked on fitness programs before. You've embarked on programs before, you've done this before, you've started things before. And if you did, look back, have some reflection historically. What derailed you last time? What stopped you? Where did you start to wander off the health and well-being path? Was it a stressful situation? Was it you were bored? Was it you just kind of life took over and you lost interest? You'll know what do you need to keep you going? Do you need accountability? Do you need a group? Do you need a coach? Do you need somebody every day to be, checking in on Facebook and going, Selena, have you done your workout? Have you eaten your vegetables today? Do you need that? Does that motivate you? Does that help you? And understand what makes you tick as a person, what is going to help you get to those goals. So my advice today would be, think what your goals will be over the short term, over the medium term, and over the long term for your health and well-being and your health and fitness. And then slowly this week, start to make some incremental changes. So as I've said, start to plan your activity levels. And if you're still off and you're not back at work, get out, do some walking, maybe do some walk run, do some mobility. I'll be live every single day this week at 7:10, and I'll be doing a little mobility session. So if you want to join into that, let me know and I can give you the link and you can sign up. That's completely free and that's for beginners. That's for anybody that's not worked out before. If you need that check-in, in my online studio group, this week we're doing a Beat the Bloat program. So again, it's just slowly tapering in, getting you ready. There's 3 workouts a day that you can choose from: a walk fit, a mobility, and a 30-minute HIIT, depending where you are in your fitness levels. And again, we are just focusing on healthy habits this week. And then next week, we are pushing ahead with the whole January Menofit program. So that's where we'll go a little bit deeper around hormones, menopause, midsection weight gain, mental well-being, using fitness not as a way for weight management, but more of a way of helping your mental well-being, your self-confidence, strengthening the body, toning the body, improving mobility. So, we just shift the emphasis away from calorie burning and more on longevity, strengthening your bones, strengthening your heart and lungs, really using fitness and health for longevity and feeling good as well as looking good. So that starts next week. And with nutrition, there's so many different ways that you can lose weight. But ultimately, with all the women that I've coached over the years, it's getting the basics right first. It really is. Get the basics right first. Get the healthy habits in. Yeah, you can view all of the workouts, Velda, at any time. They're all pre-recorded, so you can watch them at any time. You don't need any special food. You don't need to buy any protein powders. You don't need any supplements. It is really about getting the basics right, and the accountability, the coaching, and the help, the support, and knowing that there's many other women that are doing it with you, doing it all together. So it's really good fun as well. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'll set you up with the links and then you can join. So maybe this is just giving you a little bit of a kickstart to maybe start to write down your goals, have a think about what you want to achieve with your health and fitness, with your weight loss, with your fitness levels, activity levels. maybe write them down, get your notebook out, put them down, and then start to make a plan. And if you want to join me this week, let me know and I'll set you up the links. If you just want to follow along online, I'll be on my main Facebook every day, as I said, about 7:10, just with a mini mobility or a mini class and just some health and fitness tips. So come and check into that if you need it. And you can absolutely do it. I had a couple of messages today from a lady that is really struggling, and she won't mind me saying this, really struggling with multitude of menopausal symptoms, from itchy skin, weight gain, hair. She felt her hair's thinning, lost her mojo, just not feeling herself anymore. And like she wrote to me and said, is this it? Is this how I'm going to feel for the duration? And we're like, absolutely not. There is so much you can do. And of course, a perimenopausal, menopausal or postmenopausal woman with the right coaching and help, definitely, if weight loss is something that you want, for sure you can do it. It's reframing it, and it's giving yourself more time, understanding what's happening within your body, what's happening with your hormones, what's happening with stress and cortisol, what's happening with the metabolism, and then putting little habits in place on a daily basis to really help that. And for sure, you can strengthen the whole body, increase your muscle mass, you can be as fit as you want to be. All of those things you can achieve. It's just around the healthy habits, just stackable habits, one day at a time, week after week, month after month. Oh, you're very welcome, Debs. Absolutely. So there we go. There is my Q&A tonight around menopause. You can do this. Set yourself some goals, expectations, make a plan. If you need some help, give me a shout. And check in with me daily. I'll be here every day. So definitely check in and let me know. And if you want to join the Beat the Bloat or the Menofit program, let me know in the comments and I will set you up with a link. You are very welcome. No problem. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy the 1st of January. I'll be back at 7:10 in the morning. So come and say hello then. Check in with me. Oh, thank you. Catch you later.